Have you ever sat down to a meal and felt a quiet fear in the back of your mind, wondering if what's on your plate is healing your body or silently pushing your kidneys closer to failure? For millions of Americans living with kidney disease, that question isn't just a passing thought. It's a reality that hangs over every breakfast, lunch, and dinner. One wrong bite, one careless choice can set off a chain reaction you can't easily undo. Here's the truth: when your kidneys are weakened, food is no longer just food. It becomes either medicine or poison. That one meal could be the difference between stable lab results or rising creatinine. It could be the reason you feel steady energy or crushing fatigue. And in the worst cases, it could speed you toward dialysis, a treatment that is not only exhausting and expensive, but one that forever changes the rhythm of your life. The terrifying part is that most patients don't realize the danger until it's too late. They enjoy a meal that everyone says is healthy only to wake up with swollen ankles, shortness of breath, or lab numbers that suddenly look worse than ever. I'm Dr. Johnny, and I need to give you a reality check that could save you years of suffering. Not all fish are created equal. Some are praised by the general public as heart-healthy superfoods, yet for kidney patients, they can quietly overload the body with phosphorus, potassium, and metabolic waste that your weakened kidneys simply cannot clear. These hidden dangers don't always strike immediately. Instead, they build up silently day after day until one morning you realize you are weaker, more fatigued, more swollen, and closer to the complications you've worked so hard to avoid. Think about it. Every time phosphorus rises unchecked, your bones lose calcium, your arteries stiffen, and your skin itches. Every time potassium spikes, your heart flutters, cramps seize your muscles, and in severe cases, life-threatening rhythms can appear. And every time your body struggles with excess protein, waste creatinine climbs higher, robbing you of energy and clouding your mind with uremic fog. These are not small inconveniences. They are the very signals that tell you your kidneys are under attack. But here's the good news, and this is what keeps me hopeful every single day as I work with patients just like you. There are fish that do the opposite. Fish that don't punish your kidneys but support them. Fish that deliver clean, gentle protein without flooding your body with waste. Fish that provide critical vitamins and minerals that your body desperately needs but can no longer balance on its own. Fish that actually help lower inflammation, protect your blood vessels, and keep creatinine levels from spiraling out of control. And the best part, these kidney-safe fish aren't exotic, expensive, or impossible to find. They are affordable, widely available, and absolutely delicious when prepared the right way. This isn't about fad diets or old wives' tales. It's about science-backed choices that can transform your meals into medicine one plate at a time. Over the next few minutes, I'll walk you through the top 3 fish that every kidney patient should know about. I'll explain why they are safe, what makes them powerful, and how you can cook them to maximize healing while still enjoying every bite. By the end of this video, you won't just have information, you'll have a practical roadmap to protect your kidneys through something as simple and as joyful as food. So if you've ever felt confused about what's safe to eat, if you've worried that enjoying food means sacrificing your health, or if you've simply wanted a clear answer without the fear, then stay with me. Because what you're about to discover could be the turning point in how you fight kidney disease, not with fear, but with knowledge, confidence, and hope. And it all begins with 3 fish that can make the difference between decline and healing, between fear and freedom, between barely surviving and truly living. Cod might look like a simple white fillet, nothing flashy, nothing exotic, but for someone living with kidney disease, it can be a hidden weapon of survival. I've seen patients who switched to cod just 2 or 3 times a week, and within months they reported less fatigue, fewer cramps, and a real sense that their bodies were no longer fighting against every bite of food. It wasn't magic, it was science. Here's why. A 3-ounce serving of cod delivers nearly 20 grams of high-quality protein, the kind your body can absorb efficiently without flooding your bloodstream with waste. For kidney patients, that's life-changing. Instead of struggling with protein energy-wasting cod, helps preserve muscle fights weakness and even supports wound healing. And it does this with less than 1 gram of fat and just 90 calories, protecting your heart and reducing fluid retention, 2 of the biggest complications kidney patients face. But the real secret: phosphorus. Most fish sneak in high amounts that drive up dangerous levels in the blood, leading to itchy skin, bone pain, and artery calcification. Cod, however, sits at about 150 milligrams per serving, and much of it is bound in a way that your gut doesn't fully absorb. That means cod feeds you without quietly poisoning you. It's like giving your kidneys a chance to breathe. And while potassium often terrifies patients, cod remains manageable at around 440 milligrams per serving. When paired with low potassium sides like cauliflower, zucchini, or cabbage, it becomes not just safe, but a balanced, energizing meal. Patients on dialysis or with unstable labs should, of course, monitor closely, but for most, cod stays firmly within a safe and flexible range. The overlooked heroes are the micronutrients. Cod provides vitamin B12, choline, and selenium nutrients that reduce nerve damage, protect liver function, sharpen the mind against uremic fog, and activate antioxidant enzymes that slow kidney decline. Even its modest omega-3 content helps ease vascular inflammation and protect blood pressure. This isn't just a fish, it's a toolkit of healing. But here's the catch: how you cook cod can make or break its benefits. Frying or blackening at high heat creates advanced glycation end products, toxic compounds that worsen kidney scarring and accelerate vascular damage. That's why steaming, baking, or poaching cod with fresh herbs and lemon is the smarter path. Even better, use it in kidney-friendly recipes like cod with herbs, zucchini cod over creamy cauliflower puree, or a refreshing cod cucumber salad. Each one turns a medical necessity into a flavorful ritual. Cod, in short, is more than protein on a plate. It's a partner in healing, a silent ally working meal after meal to keep creatinine from rising and energy from crashing. But only knowing this isn't enough, because there's another fish far more common on American tables that can either quietly harm you or become one of your greatest allies. And that fish is tilapia. Cod may be the quiet protector, but what about the fish that shows up on dinner tables across America almost every week? I'm talking about tilapia. The fish many people dismiss as ordinary, yet for kidney patients it can be a lifesaver hiding in plain sight. I once spoke with a patient who was constantly exhausted after meals, struggling with swelling and high blood pressure. When we swapped out heavier meats for tilapia twice a week, the difference was remarkable. Her energy returned, her labs improved, and she could finally enjoy food without fear. That's the kind of impact tilapia can have when used wisely. Here's the science behind it. A simple 3-ounce serving of tilapia delivers about 21 grams of lean, highly digestible protein. That's the fuel your body needs to rebuild tissue, fight infections, and preserve muscle mass without drowning your bloodstream in nitrogen waste that kidneys can't clear. Even better, it does this with only 90 to 100 calories and very little saturated fat or cholesterol, which lowers the risk of heart disease, one of the biggest killers of kidney patients. The mineral profile is just as impressive. Tilapia contains about 170 milligrams of phosphorus per serving, but most of it is in organic form, meaning your body absorbs less, reducing the danger of bone loss, itchy skin, and hardened arteries. Potassium levels hover around 380 milligrams, a manageable number that makes tilapia flexible in most kidney diets, especially when balanced with low potassium vegetables like cabbage or cauliflower. And it doesn't stop there. Tilapia is rich in vitamin B12, selenium, and niacin, nutrients that fight anemia, protect your nerves, and boost energy metabolism. It even contributes small but valuable amounts of omega-3s, EPA, and DHA, which help cool down the inflammation that drives kidney decline and damages blood vessels. For someone whose body feels like it's always under attack, these nutrients become silent shields. But remember, how you prepare tilapia can make all the difference. Many patients ruin its benefits by frying it in oil or drowning it in salty marinades. Those choices create toxins, worsen insulin resistance, and overload the kidneys with sodium. Instead, steaming tilapia with ginger and scallions, baking it with a fragrant herb crust, or pairing it with cauliflower rice turns it into a healing meal, light, flavorful, and kidney safe. Tilapia proves that healing doesn't have to be complicated or expensive. Sometimes the simplest foods deliver the biggest results. But knowing about cod and tilapia still isn't the full picture, because there's one more fish, delicate and often overlooked, that brings an even lighter touch and a unique power your kidneys will thank you for. That fish is sole, Tilapia may be the everyday hero, but what if you're craving something gentler, lighter, almost soothing to the body and the soul? That's where Soul steps in. Often overlooked in grocery stores, this delicate flatfish carries a quiet strength that makes it one of the safest and most healing choices for people battling kidney disease. I'll never forget one of my older patients who struggled with constant bloating and poor appetite. Heavy meals left him drained, while bland foods left him uninspired. When we introduced Soul into his diet, simply steamed with lemon and herbs, he finally found a dish that was both satisfying and effortless on his kidneys. He described it as eating peace on a plate. Here's why Soul earns that reputation. In a 3-ounce serving, Soul delivers around 18 grams of complete protein, enough to rebuild tissues and preserve muscle, without producing the nitrogen overload that leaves kidney patients feeling foggy, swollen, or weak. It's also incredibly light, just 80 to 90 calories with very little saturated fat, making it ideal for those who must juggle kidney concerns alongside heart disease or weight control. Where Soul really shines is in its low phosphorus content, about 140 milligrams per serving, much of it in organic form that the gut doesn't fully absorb. That means less risk of bone-thinning artery calcification and those dangerous spikes in parathyroid hormone that haunt so many CKD patients. Potassium sits at a moderate 300 milligrams, which keeps it flexible for most diets when paired with safe sides like green beans, cauliflower, or white rice. But the hidden gems are in its micronutrients. Soul provides vitamin B6, niacin, and selenium, all working quietly to protect red blood cell production, nerve health, and energy metabolism. It even contains taurine, an amino acid that helps regulate electrolytes, reduce inflammation, and support kidney cell recovery. For a patient whose body feels fragile, these nutrients are like steady hands holding everything together. Of course, preparation is key. Soul's benefits can be destroyed if battered and fried, creating oxidized fats that inflame arteries and strain the kidneys. The smarter way: steam it in parchment with lemon slices and fresh parsley, simmer it gently in a basil lemon broth, or roll it with spinach and ricotta for a dish that feels indulgent but stays kidney safe. Each recipe turns a fragile-looking fillet into a source of strength. Soul shows us that sometimes the lightest foods can carry the heaviest impact. But even after hearing about cod, tilapia, and Soul, the real question remains: how can you use this knowledge every single week to protect your kidneys and stay out of danger? The answer lies in the way you bring these choices together into your lifestyle, and that's what we'll talk about next. Now, you've seen how cod protects your muscles, how tilapia fuels your body without overloading your kidneys, and how Soul provides that delicate balance of lightness and strength. The question is, what will you do with this knowledge? Because information alone changes nothing, but action changes everything. Imagine planning your next week of meals and knowing that each bite is working for you, not against you. Picture sitting down at the table and enjoying food without fear of creatinine spikes, swelling, or endless fatigue. These 3 fish are more than options on a menu. They are stepping stones toward freedom, strength, and a longer, healthier life. And when you combine them with smart choices in vegetables, hydration, and seasoning, you create not just a diet, but a lifestyle of protection. I want you to see every meal as a chance to heal, not a risk to dread. That's the power of choosing wisely, and it's a power you absolutely have. Living with kidney disease can sometimes feel overwhelming, like every choice is a risk and every meal is a battle. But I want you to remember something important. You are stronger than this disease. Your health is not defined by fear or by numbers on a lab report. It's defined by the actions you take each day, and the fact that you are here learning proves you are already fighting for yourself. That's something to be proud of. The fish we explored today, cod, tilapia, and Soul, are not just foods, they are gentle tools that give your body a chance to recover instead of decline. They offer protein without punishment, nutrients without overload, and comfort without danger. By choosing them, you are sending a message to your kidneys and your entire body: I am protecting you. I am investing in my future. And that is a powerful act of self-care. But I know it's not always easy. It can feel lonely sitting at the table, wondering if what's on your plate is helping or harming you. That's why I want this channel to be your companion, a place where you'll always find clear science-backed answers and practical recipes to guide you. You don't have to figure it out alone. Every time you come back here, you'll leave with tools you can use immediately, not tomorrow or next month, but in your very next meal. So here's my advice. Take what you learned today and put it into action this week. Plan one meal with cod, another with tilapia, and perhaps a light supper with sole. Keep portions modest, use gentle cooking methods, and pair your fish with low potassium vegetables. Then pay attention to how your body feels. Notice the difference in your energy, your digestion, and even your mood. Small changes repeated consistently create real transformation. If this video has helped you, don't let it slip away. Save it so you can return to the recipes and reminders whenever you need a refresher. And subscribe to this channel so you never miss the latest kidney protective tips, medical insights, and easy-to-follow guides. Think of it as building your own personal library of health right here at your fingertips. The information you keep today may be what protects you tomorrow. Above all, please know that you are not alone. There are millions walking the same path, and together we can share knowledge, hope, and encouragement. Your kidneys may be struggling, but you are still in control of the choices that matter most. Every bite you take is an opportunity to heal. Every sip of water is a gift of cleansing, and every day you choose wisely is a step further from fear and closer to freedom. So hold on to hope, because there is always hope. With the right foods, the right habits, and the right support, your future can be brighter and healthier than you imagine. And I will be here alongside you every step of the way.